Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only the best. I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win. I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooter's gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I fall, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only the best. I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win, yeah.
Good morning, everybody. So much for going off YouTube for the weekend, but I decided why not. I'm going to my parents this afternoon, so I'll come live about Betty because I was going to clip her and it was just too much to clip. So I also had Bash with me this morning, so welcome, Bash.
Good morning. I know I hadn't even really got up and got moving around this morning until I get a message. Want to go live? I know I said no YouTube, but I'm hot. I'm like, uh-oh, what Bishy Boo do now?
Yeah, she was giving parenting advice, and she actually said, and I quote, as parents, we need to ... Well, you're not a parent, I'm not a parent, and I wouldn't be giving people parental advice. I would give them advice, but nowhere would I say to, say, my sister, as parents, we need to do this, because I'm not a parent.
Well, I am a parent, but I am not going to give anybody any advice. Don't do that.
Yeah. So good morning or good afternoon, wherever you might be. Amberly, hello. Daz, Jima, Stella Bella, Tiffany, Ariana's mama, Crazy Nurse, SoFlo Mama. Yes. The person who is not a parent trying to give parental advice. Clown face. Yes, we were running behind because we were chatting, and then I was like, all right, we better get this party started. Gail, good morning. Rowena, yes, please hit the like, dislike. Engagement is engagement. Chris, hello. Jenny, I am feeling better, thank you. But now my allergies are acting up. I've been sneezing all morning, so hopefully the sneezes stay at bay for at least a little while. Scooby, hello. Scissors. Oh my gosh, beer can. I can't. Well, I've had my AC going too. Like, it's not as hot as Florida. It's been hot here, but obviously not as hot as Florida. But yeah, I hope your AC keeps going too. Mine's been on constantly. In the kitten room, they have the AC on all the time as well. Outlaw, good morning.
Yeah, I watched, I don't know, about 10 or 15 minutes of her, and she made me so mad. I used one of my sock accounts to go in there and leave her a comment. Says, "You are such a rude ass biatch. You keep on and on about Carly. I hope you go straight to Hades for your evil soul. You're an
Oh, that
awful
was your
person."
comment. I didn't realize that was your comment that you sent to me.
It's under the
Right, and
avatar
that's
thing.
why I didn't even
Molly
put two and two
Golightly is the
together.
scammer. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I picture the smell of cigarettes in a parking garage stairwell. Okay. Hello, Gail. Oh, you're just starting a hot week. Yeah. So, Flo Mama, I did read this to Bash earlier, but for those of you listening, I picture her smelling like Dolly's 5-day-old underwear. Tiffany says, maybe if the roses died 10 years ago and were set on fire with cigarette butts, then yeah, I'd say she smells like a rose. And I don't know, because I saw she went live and I only listened to a little bit, and then I was getting aggravated as usual. And I heard I had a feeling it was blank screen, because looking at the comments, they said one of the mods had mentioned blank screen. So I sent Blank a message this morning, and sure enough, it was him. I don't know what he said, but she had a little message for him and his BFF.
Oh,
In
I
her
didn't get that far in to hear that.
Oh yeah. So I did do a clip of it. So I didn't put it in this presentation because this was more about what she says about Carly, because she's still going on about it and she needs to stop. Hello, Cheese. Hey, no wire hangers. Yes, she is always. No wire hanger should be the attendance clerk, because she always says present with her hand up. So I feel like she should be in charge of attendance. Anna, hello. And actually, I'll see Anna later. I haven't seen them in a hot minute. And I have more stuff for you all.
Yeah, I thought you were going over there yesterday.
I was going to, and then I didn't feel good. Like, I slept. I was like, I'm just too tired. So today I feel better.
Well, I think you needed the break yesterday.
Yeah, and then I just got watching. So last night I did go on YouTube. I wasn't going to, but I did go on YouTube, and I was watching clips of Roseanne, Growing Pains, Prunky Brewster, Facts of Life. I got into I watched my raccoons for a little bit, and then I did
And then
go.
we started watching Morbid.
Yes, and actually
I love him for
he
some
was
reason.
still live when I woke up this morning at 6:30.
Was the glare still wasn't there, was he?
Yes, he was. They were both still there.
Oh my God.
I'm
Well,
like,
Morbid
that
has
is.
had, when I first come to YouTube, the channel that I saw him on was called Misery. Then he went to Morbid Reality, and his voice just tears me up. So I watched him, and he went away, and now he's on that TFAT 3 or whatever it is, but it's still Morbid.
Yeah. Good morning, Becca. Crazy Nurse, yes. Her entire live was a clip. And I only clipped the parts. Well, and that's why my clips are, it's about 29 minutes. So I'm hoping this doesn't go over 2 hours because, but then again, I talk
Oh,
a lot.
Heather's got a comment. It says the blank screen mug was hilarious. What are we talking
Oh,
about
yes.
there? I didn't get that far in, guys. So
No. Blank Screen. I just saw it because I went on YouTube. Blank Screen has a community post that he posted, and he said something like, Betty, it should have been like this or something. And he's got a white mug with his like icon, I guess, or his the image he uses as blank screen. It's
is
so
it on his
funny.
is it on his YouTube?
Yeah, on his YouTube community post.
Okay, hang on just a second.
Hey, Stella. Yeah, I was off until, and then I started watching, and I didn't realize, like with Roseanne, Growing Pains, I mean, I didn't realize those shows were so emotional. Oh my God. And then I'm getting teary eyed, and I'm like, I need to find something more happy to watch. So I don't know if anyone's seen the movie The Kissing Booth, The Kissing Booth 2, Kissing Booth 3. I am obsessed with those movies. I am
Okay,
obsessed with.
you wanna share this picture real quick? A blank screen?
Oh, I was gonna have them just go to his page
Oh, okay.
because I think he didn't. He must have just posted it not too long ago because I didn't see it this morning. Yeah, so if somebody wants to drop Blank's link, go over and like it. But yeah, it's funny. But yeah, Kissing Booth, I started watching that because then I was like, okay, I need to be like in a better mood instead of crying over these clips. So, yeah, Noah Flynn, Marco. Yes. So that's how I ended my night before Morbid. And then I did go to sleep fairly early. Oh, Amy says, I'm a parent, and she gives advice that currently is not recommended by the pediatricians or the AAP. Yeah. Rihanna's mama, don't let her hear you say that. Betty smells like burnt toast, not roses.
Oh, let's not insult burnt toast.
Natalie's got it. She wishes she smelled like burnt toast. There we go.
Okay, that's better. Heather's like, I'm headed to the grocery store. Y'all are coming with me. Well, get me some groceries while you're out since my car won't start.
I know. I hope that we can get that fixed soon. That's no fun at
Well,
all.
if there's some guys in the chat, let me ask this real quick before we get going. When you put the key in the ignition, you turn it and it gets to that accessory thing and it kind of stops. And then you keep turning, you can feel the pushback on it when it engages to actually start your car. Well, what my ignition is doing is you put the key in and turn it. There's no clicks, no stops, no nothing. It's just whee all the way to the end. And if you turn it all the way, there's no clicking. So I don't think it's the starter. It's like the ignition switch is just freewheeling. So I'm thinking there's something in there. The linkage or something might be broke or something. No, it's not the alternator. It's in where you turn the switch on. It's just freewheeling. It's not got any little catches in it for the accessory and then all that. So that's what I'm thinking it is. Because it makes absolutely no noise. And the radio comes on. All the dash lights come on. So I don't know. I've got some calls into some people. Hopefully I can get it fixed Wednesday. But I've got a neighbor across the street that took me to the store yesterday. She said,
Oh, that's nice.
She said, you need to go anywhere, just come over here or call me. I'm like, okay. She's an older lady. It's real sweet. She'll make sure I get to the store and stuff.
Rachel Lee says Betty smells like cheap floral potpourri and sin.
Cheese, it's not the starter. There's too much play in the ignition switch. And if it's the starter, when you turn it all the way, it's going to tick, 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 tick. It's not the starter. But anyway, let's get on with the show. Enough about my stupid car.
Oh, well, it's not stupid. I would be frustrated myself.
Well, this is the thing, guys. I bought this car a little over 3 years ago, and I bought it from a veteran that I work with. It's a little PT Cruiser convertible. It's got about 120,000 miles on it. But I only paid $500 for this car, and this is the first trouble I've had out of it in 3 years. So
that's not bad.
I've got my money's worth out of this car, and it's fun to drive. Put the top down, go be bopping down the road. It's fun. Fun little car.
Oh, I meant to click this one. Chat. Jenny says, actually, I think Betty smells of Dolly. Oh, Jenny, I should have read that before I showed it.
Oh, that's funny.
What? Cashmere High. And so, welcome everyone who I didn't say hi to. As I said, I didn't mean to say I was going off grid. Like, I still had my phone. I was still clipping. I just wasn't on YouTube until then I started watching clips of, 90s TV shows. So
I read Outlaw Trucker. He said ignition switch is broke. That's what I thought. He agrees with me. About how much is it going to cost to fix that, Outlaw?
Hopefully not much.
Well, the switch itself, I don't think is very much. And I'll call up one of my vet friends. They won't charge me much to do it. Oh, there's no way it's going to cost $600. The part's not that expensive. It better not cost no $600. It won't get fixed.
Oh, and Outlaw says you can fix that by putting a starter button in.
Yeah, I saw that too, but I don't know if I put a new switch in it, do I have to get a new key? Because those things are expensive because they've got those little modules in them or something.
All right, so we're gonna get started, and for some reason, I tried to download this several times, and it would only download 2 seconds of her live towards the very end. So I had to go through YouTube and Google Slides. If it gets too uncooperative, we'll just go right to YouTube. But I have my timestamps in case that happens. So again, it's about 29 minutes in clips, and then we'll call it a day.
Happy Sunday, guys.
Oh, sorry.
I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. I know today is kind of the last day. Sunday, fun day. Sunday, fun day. So we're not really going to talk. I mean, we're going to talk about some cases, but we're not going to be doing any presentation or education or anything like that. It's going to be more satire in nature, like Dum Dum.
So she admits her channel's not educational.
Well, today it's not educational.
It's never educational.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't realize the volume. Well, her volume was so loud at that moment, and usually I turn it down because I know it's going to be loud, and I didn't. I apologize.
I think it's okay. She doesn't seem that loud to me. I don't know about everybody else.
I don't know if it's a bathing suit or a halter top. I don't know what it is, but she must be going to the pool or something today because she's all dolled up. Why the sing-songy voice? Well, if anybody watched my video that I posted yesterday of the TikTok that she posted about Kaylee drinking the Kool-Aid, she was drinking more than Kool-Aid, in my opinion. Not Carly, Betty. Because she was, I don't even know. She was more than a hot mess.
Now, don't be calling her my little baby kitty's name.
Who called her that?
You
Me?
said Betty's a hot mess. No, the kitty cat's a hot mess.
Smeg.
Yes, that's my little hot mess.
Gotcha.
Don't insult him.
All right, I'm gonna have to. She's just a mess then. Hey, blank screen. Oh yeah, blank screen. That's what I was actually saying to Bash before we went live. I'm like, she's like Tube Top's mom over here.
Yep, Tube Top 2.0. Kathy P says BHB is posting that video. Oh my God.
Yep. And that's in here, so don't worry, Bash. You'll hear about that.
Oh, goody. Can't wait.
Mm-hmm. But so this is where this is how far I got into the live, and then I kind of just went through it. Because I was watching it for a while, and then I was like, I need to get stuff done. So I was doing stuff, and then I came back, and then I heard her about the roses and telling blank screen, it smells like roses over here. No, it doesn't, Betty.
Russell, holy moly. That case is the case that keeps on giving. I mean, you know, it went from a serious case to a joke. And you know, everybody's safe, and now we can just point the finger and laugh. Now, is that right or wrong? It doesn't really matter. It's happening, right? It's happening. So
that was rude.
You're choosing to do it, Betty.
Yeah, that was rude. Oh, does it really matter now?
Yeah, well, what if it was I don't know.
What if it was her niece or something they were doing this to?
Right.
Or, you know, a family member.
Right. Or her stepchildren, who she still says she you know, or her grandchildren. Yeah. So just stop.
So it's just like, I think everybody is just frustrated. I think frustrated in the lack of caring. It really shows who she is as a person, and then, you know, why she's the way she is by the coddling of her parents, which is still going on as we speak. Let me tell you. Well, I'll get into the saying good morning to everybody. So good morning, Jennifer. Happy Sunday. Colleen. Oh, by the way,
she is so fake. Hi, Jennifer. Jennifer's the one who got her that mug. That blank screen, I like your version better than her unicorn F-word mug.
Oh, I love blank screen's mug. I love it.
She is she's gonna show us the mug, y'all. She's gonna show us the mug.
Hey, that reminds me, I probably need to pour. When I bring the other cup, I'll be drinking out of the mug. I'll be drinking out of the mug. So if you guys haven't seen.
So there's her mug, and
be watching this part.
In blank screen, I blame you for her lack of clothing, because at least if she had that red hoodie on, she wouldn't be showing so much skin. So I'm gonna blame you for that.
Uh-oh, blank screen's in trouble.
I'm sorry, probably not the best mug to be drinking out of on a Sunday. Well, I probably can't. I probably won't drink out of this glass today. We'll probably wait for a Monday morning coffee club. I don't want to be struck by lightning today. She's
cackling like crazy today.
What's she been drinking already this morning?
I don't know.
It's not coffee.
Look what she's got in the back. I just noticed. She has the stack of Carly missing posters. Well, Betty, if it's such a joke, why do you still have them on your table or desk or whatever that is? She's so cringe.
You know, until law enforcement says something else about Carly, I think everybody needs to drop it. I really do, especially Betty.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, all she's doing is making fun of this girl, and it's, if it was a hoax, she had a reason for doing it. Could be mental illness, could be a number of things, but whatever it is, it's none of Betty's business. She needs to move on.
Yeah, and she has the platform. Well,
I mean,
we'll get
look
to
at all the cases that are close to her that she could do her church thing
Yeah.
this morning if that's what she wants to do, and then take off, grab your friend, take off on a Sunday afternoon, and go spread awareness about these other cases that are within a 2-hour radius of you, Betty, that
Yeah.
nobody knows about because you refuse to do stuff that's close to your own house.
But that's not getting her the views on TikTok. What's getting her the views
No,
on
it's
TikTok is stealing jailers' content, which she actually brings up
Oh, goody.
someone who, she doesn't say who, but she says, yeah, these people saying I'm using his content, blah, 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 blah.
Well, she
Well,
is.
yeah, because you are. You're doing the same thing you claim that we do without your permission.
Oh, she
Well,
threatens to sue people that use her content.
mm-hmm.
But yet, the first 2 videos she posted about this, she didn't even give JLR credit for it. Now, that's just flat out stealing, Betty.
Yep.
Dumbass.
Although she did in her I think it was yesterday in her TikTok, she did say, I got this from JLR. He has a YouTube page. He doesn't do TikTok. Please go check out his page. But she's got almost 1 million views on the
On
escape
that
route
first
video.
one.
Yep, that she took and didn't say a word in it.
She did not mention JLR, did
Nope.
not even hashtag him.
Oh, it was you, Truth Teller. Yeah, she was not happy. That's for sure.
What happened?
About the using JLR's content.
Oh.
Yeah, and a lot of people went over there and were commenting on her post too, like, aren't you going to give, and then everybody was commenting on JLR's too, and I made sure to put my community post, I tagged her and JLR, so I didn't just use the hashtag, I did at Bullhorn Betty, at JLR, whatever his full name is, so that they would both get the notification that they were tagged, because not cool, Betty.
Read Kathy P's comment.
Kathy, BHB told her chat to get 2 missing cases because that's all she has time. Oh, has to. I think that's a typo. I think that means all she has time for, but can't look up the cases so they can do it and send them to her to cover. Yeah, she's. Oh, yeah, JLR doesn't care, but I mean, he's killing it on YouTube. I mean, and like Scissor says, 1 million views equals 3 cents on TikTok. Exactly.
Wow, Betty's getting rich over there on TikTok.
Oh, no, it's okay, Kathy. I've had and if I misquote what you meant, please correct me, but I can usually figure it out because I have typos all the time as well.
Well, all I know is, I get a lot of CNN stuff. I get a lot of Twitter stuff about missing people or, different things from her area. And I'm baffled as to why she doesn't cover any of it. I mean, whether it's a moneymaker or not, you could at least, especially these missing kids, bring awareness to it since you are an advocate.
Yeah, and just to kind of show, I'm going to share this tab instead. So on TikTok, I had covered this before, but for those of you who would like to know about how much you cannot make on TikTok, the amount of money you can make on TikTok varies depending on your profile, industry, location, followers, engagement, and partnerships with brands. You can earn from $200 to $500,000 per sponsored post or branded content. You can also promote products and services through affiliate marketing. Some TikTokers receive gifts and items from companies. A TikToker with 1 million followers can potentially make between 1,000 and 30,000 per month.
Okay, she's only got what, 75,000 followers?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And let me
Nowhere
see if
near
I
a
go.
million. And she doesn't have sponsors, so she's not going to make any money over there. Same as
No.
when she went to Kick. She didn't make shit over there either.
Right.
Why
So
she
here it is.
took it
How
all
much
down.
does TikTok pay? 2 to 4 cents per 1,000 views. TikTok has not officially announced how much it pays its creators, and the specific amount differs from person to person. However, influencers who use TikTok's recently launched Creator Fund, which I believe someone had said prior when I talked about this, that Betty is not able to be a part of for some reason.
I remember, probably because of her past behaviors and all the reporting of harassment and bullying and all that stuff.
Right. And so you get 2 to 4 cents per 1,000 views. So if we think you get 1 million views.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't that if you're part of the Creator Fund?
Yes,
if she's not,
if you're part of the Creator Fund.
So if she's not in that, is she going to get paid anything?
Right. So here, to put that into perspective, that means if your video got 500,000 views, which the one she stole from JLR has about 850,000 views, she would make $20, which certainly doesn't seem like much at all unless you're consistently getting millions of views, which she's not.
But that's if you're part of that Creator Fund, though, right?
Right.
Which she's not. I don't think.
I'm trying to see what this TikTok link is. It's not letting me click on it. If you only get paid 2 to 4 cents per 1,000 views, then how do TikTok stars earn so much money? Some of TikTok's biggest creators, like Charlie D'Amelio and Addison Rae, often get up to 60 million views on their videos.
Wow.
And they post daily. So their measly 2 to 4 cents would add up to a hefty sum annually.
Wow.
That's all that says. So in other words, TikTok does not pay a lot.
No.
And you really need to. Oh yeah, so here Charlie D'Amelio potentially earns 56,000 to 94,000 per post. Holy.
Oh my God.
That is insane.
Yeah, it is.
That is insane. So yes, there's lots of things if you're more curious about TikTok. But
there's
you really need
some little farty ass creator like her over there. She's not gonna make any money. Basically.
Oh, Scissor says any violations of TikTok terms of service prevent you from applying for a creator fund, and one terms of service violation kicks you from it indefinitely.
Well, I know that when she was on TikTok before, she had a lot of complaints against her for harassment and bullying.
Yeah. Patricia says, shouldn't that poll have said, does Betty smell of farts? Well, yes and no. The reason I put roses is because she stated today in her live that it smells like roses over there where she's at. And so that's why I had said, true or false, which, yeah.
Skittles True Crime. I love it. I love it, Love Bug. I hope you're doing great. Jody, it's nice to see you. Rhonda, Dumplin, as Dumplin's trying to go to sleep. Should I be a little extra loud? You know what? I need to get like, what are those symbols? Like the things that you go. That's what we need to do to Dumplin whenever she's over here to take a wake her butt up.
All right. So that's the end.
Oh my God. She thinks she's so funny.
I know. I had to keep the symbols thing in there because I'm like, she didn't even know that's what they were called, even though that's what they were called. All right. Let me speed her up a little bit here.
She said something in here when she got on the Carly rant. She says something about her own parents.
Yes.
That is just total bullshit.
Yep. And that's in here as well.
I don't know if we're thinking the same thing, but I got a feeling we might be.
It's amazing how funny she thinks she has right hangers. Yep.
She's not funny.
No. Oh, she's definitely proud of the TikTok about the car that she stole that screenshot from JLR's video. And the reason, well, I did what I did for a reason. I made it that color, one, because it's called pumpkin. That filter's called pumpkin, but it also made it look very sinister, in my opinion. And it really made it so that you couldn't see the car license plates.
Yeah,
So
that was a really good filter.
yes. And then I was like, oh, perfect. I can write on the garage or whatever it was, the building, Betty definitely drank more than Kool-Aid or something like that. Because yeah, that's just messed up. Like, just stop already. Like, law enforcement will take care of it. They don't need you over there. Well, your buddy over there. And JLR went out again last night in the dark. He was
Yeah,
live.
I think the thing that's pissed me off the most about this case is it doesn't matter right now what Carly has or has not done. That's not the point of why I'm so mad. It's JLR being down there, walking by her house, videotaping it with, their actual house, the cars in the driveway. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it.
And JLR actually zoomed in on the license plates.
Yeah, I know.
And yesterday he was out in the dark doing her alleged escape route.
Oh my God.
And I was like, it's too bad there isn't a bear or something out there that'll give him a nice scare.
Yeah, really.
Look, I just took a picture. Look at her little ears. That's like a perfect shot of her ear sticking up.
I'm surprised that she doesn't have the back of that chair covered up, since we've, made fun of it so much in the past. I can't believe she's using it again.
Beer Can says, our drinking source in Manatee County, Lake Manatee, is full of blue algae, and our tap water smells like dirt and rotten eggs. So does B.
So I'm guessing
there's probably sulfur in there too then, right? If it smells like
rotten eggs, yeah. That's gross.
So whatever. So when we heard this whole thing about about her and this kid, we naturally thought, because law enforcement is telling us she called this kid in on the side of the road. I don't think any of us, I think we were just so shocked by what happened. I know me personally didn't even think that this was a lie. I didn't even, it wasn't even conceivable to me that this was a lie, that this child on the side of this road, I didn't even look at it. Like, when we were discussing what that child could mean, there was not one thing that I recall ever saying, this could be just, a lie. Because at the time it was shocking. A woman stopped to help a kid. Why would that kid be on the side of the road anyways at that time of night? But it was really the everything that was tied in after the press conference. But there was a lot of stuff that I saw in her social media that's now coming to light in posts and other things that people are finding that she posted.
And one thing I do want to mention is that I did see an article this morning. Carly, her parents, pretty much everyone in their circle has shut down their social media, which they should have done.
Well, I know Carly had all hers set to private after a hot minute. That's when Betty kept going back through all of her old posts and things. The next thing you know, she had it on private.
Yeah, and her parent, like, everybody's shutting down their stuff because of what's happening on social media. Like,
exactly.
stop making them, like, just let it go. Like, and I was talking to Sinner yesterday, and I know I've said it to you too, Bash. Like, some of these creators, their platforms are so big. Like, they have almost 100,000, over 100,000 followers. Pick a case that no one is talking about, but they're all talking about the same case. Like,
well, I mean, right now, everything is between, Carly and law enforcement, and everybody just needs to shut the hell up. That's my opinion.
Yeah, agreed. And I saw a post on Twitter this morning, and I don't remember who the post was from, but they pretty much said Carly's safe, law enforcement's involved,
Right.
let it go.
Let it go. I mean, if it was a hoax, do I agree with what she done? Oh, no. No. She wasted a lot of resources, from the police and everything else, and that's not a good thing. But why she done it, we really don't know yet. They're still investigating it. So until we hear something from them, yeah, right, let it go.
Right.
And this one right here is one of the worst ones.
Mm-hmm.
For talking about her and spreading a bunch of crap and making fun of her and everything else. It's disgusting.
And she's taking the stuff from other people on Twitter, TikTok that are making fun of Carly. And you know what? Making fun of her doesn't make you any better. It makes you worse.
Yep. Exactly.
Because you're yeah,
she makes herself look like a petty ass little bitch is what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Every day that goes by, I'm sorry, I hate her more and more. She irritates me.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Jeannie and Marie Duffy. Hi. Everyone coming in, hello. Thank you for being here on this Sunday.
That I saw, and because it's always stated, this is the reason why we don't really pass this stuff around. We look at it, we know where we got it. We don't pass it around because one or two things can happen. Somebody will get a hold of it and modify it. They know how to work, like Photoshop and things like that, a lot better than me. I've got Photoshop on my old computer, but outside of me making thumbnails, through the Summer Wells case, I haven't used Photoshop ever. Just for thumbnails. That's really all I had ever used. I don't even know how to really use it. I just know how to layer on there.
You don't know how to operate anything. More,
but
yeah.
I mean, what kills me is she's not good at technology, but yet look at all the stuff that's on her wish list that relates to technology. All these spy cams and $4,000 cameras and another camera and this and that and whatever. And it's all stuff she doesn't even know how to operate.
So Just Jake says, when I heard BHB mention the other day that she pulled something from Pretty Lies and Alibis channel, I was livid. Gigi is so professional, and it makes me sick that BHB takes content from her. I've never heard of that channel, so I'm going to actually write that down.
What's the full name of the channel?
Pretty Lies and Alibis.
Huh. Pretty Lies and Alibis.
Yeah, she does take content from everyone, and she doesn't give them the credit they deserve.
Okay, if this is the right channel, she's got 37,000 subs.
Oh,
it is. Here in the description, it says Gigi. You want me to drop her link?
Yeah, do that. Yeah, because I'm going to sub too, because I don't think I'm subbed to that channel. Oops, and I meant to pin a comment. Where did it go?
All right, there's her link.
Chat is like,
yeah, I'm gonna have to check her out too. I'm gonna sub while I'm over here.
Yep, I just did too. Perfect. Thank you. So Micah says she's a liar. They added bruises to pictures of Quentin trying to make him look abused.
Yeah, I remember that.
See, and I wasn't around for that, but I have heard that.
I was around for it.
Oh, she appears on Law and Crime during trials. Oh my gosh, really? That's awesome.
Well, everybody needs to go sub up then.
Yes, and I just subbed. I was not subscribed, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you
for letting us know.
I like finding new channels that actually deal with facts and not this vile stuff that Betty spews.
Oh, Stella Bella says she's doing commentary for East Idaho News also. Oh, good.
Oh, yeah, good. I just can't see anybody taking this crazy person seriously on true crime. It's weird.
I know, and Sinner must be still asleep, or maybe he hasn't had his coffee yet, but he would say, oh my gosh, what does he usually say when we say true crime? He says, like, I don't even know.
I don't remember. He comes up with so many good things, it's hard to remember.
Oh, thank you, Just Jake. I promise you will not be disappointed in Gigi. She's very professional, factual, zero drama. Law and Crime hires her to cover trials. She did an awesome job covering Murdoch.
Wow.
Nice.
Very good.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Thank you so much.
Personally don't know how to do it. I've never been trained like that. Everything I learn, I have to learn from like YouTube, and I have to learn it quickly. So I only search for what I need to do when I need to do it. And again, I still haven't even used the Photoshop.
And she's been digging her ears a lot lately too, again.
It's just gross to do that on camera.
And I don't know, like, I can see if you have an itch, but like, it's constant.
Project or Photoshop stuff because I'm on a MacBook Pro, and it won't convert over to my MacBook Pro, and I have to buy all different type programs over.
Because you don't know how to work it.
But one of the reasons why I don't pass them.
Yeah, and it was was it the Dell she sent back?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she couldn't figure it out, so she bought a brand new TV.
Yep. I'm on her ass today. I know you are.
Hidden True Crime is another one I love because she was a reporter, I believe. Actually, Truth Teller just said she's a former reporter for East Idaho News, and her husband is a professional psychologist. Yes, and I've watched them because they bring those two different perspectives, and Hidden True Crime is another great, I feel, reputable channel that just really looks into things, gives their analysis, doesn't give, well, obviously he's a psychologist, so he gives his opinion, but it's his professional opinion, not made up like this lady.
Read Crazy Nurse's comment. I'm sitting here laughing in the background.
She has mites. Dogs get those a lot.
I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you, Laura. You're sweet. Your mites. Oh, crazy. All right.
Around is because they're either going to be modified or they're going to be told that they were modified. So no matter how you go when a case is going like this and moving at the fast pace that it's moving, it's hard to clip and show those. And even when I throw them out on TikTok, you can see some of the comments talking about how it's not true, how it was we don't know where it came from. So it's like but I see them. So it doesn't really matter whether the rest of the world sees them or not. I'm doing the work. I'm doing the legwork, the investigation behind the scenes, the fact finding, everything I can about these cases. And I'm able to see those.
The fact finding, meaning I'm going to find things on Twitter that people say, and I'm going to say, yep, that's truth because it was on Twitter or Reddit. She's been using Reddit again lately.
I'm able to see that, multiple times she's threatened to run away. And that's what she says in her own post. And you got to go way, 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 way back to find them. And then you've got her ex-boyfriend from several years ago coming out on social media saying, I was broke. She wanted $50 from me. I couldn't give her. Did you guys see that? Do I have that on here? I think I downloaded it actually, or downloaded a section of it.
Yeah, and we're skipping that because it takes her 4 minutes to try to find it, and she shows about 2 seconds of it. So,
what does an old post about wanting to run away? Why is it any of Betty's business? I mean, when I was young, I mean, I wasn't 25, but, I can't tell you how many times I ran away from home because I got mad at mommy and daddy over something.
Right. And I mean, did she says footwork. Did she say footwork instead of legwork? I totally missed that.
Yeah, I missed it too.
I'm going to write a note because I'll go back and I wouldn't put it past her, of course.
You. And so we all know Jonathan's out there, and it's been very interesting, some of the views that he always takes us for the tour, right?
Hey, Ellen, welcome. She's on TikTok more, using other creators' work. Why can't she develop her own content? Exactly, because she is not creative enough to do so. Even though I use her live streams to
Sinner.
do my content.
Welcome, Sinner. I
Oh,
was wondering where
Sinner.
you were.
Sinner, what do you say instead of true crime? You say she's something else, and I can't remember what you usually say. Because we're saying, she's obviously not true crime. She's something. You always say something. Yeah, runaway equals hideout in the backyard.
I know, that's cute. I saw that.
Well, I figured you were sleeping, yes.
Yeah, I mean, by the time I was 25, my daughter, I think she was a year old. I had her when I was 24. But I mean, I was in college, and at that time, I would have had no thoughts of running away. But I know when I was a teenager, I mean, I was like 17, and I went all the way to Kentucky because my
Oh, wow.
sister lived there at the time. I just got mad at my mom and dad, and I just took off, caught a bus, and away we go.
Yeah. So, and it just progressively gets worse. Because she does go after Carly, but in this segment, she goes after the parents pretty hard.
Takes her to the tour. But it's been very interesting. But here's the thing that I've learned following this case, and some of the things that I've learned just doing background information on this case. And I feel bad for her parents.
But I don't. And I will say, I knew what she was going to say, but I wanted to emphasize that because this is where Betty doesn't understand logic. You can't say, I feel bad for someone, but I don't. You either do or you don't. You can't say, oh, I kind of feel bad for them. Well, that means you feel bad for them because you can't kind of. You either do or you don't. So when she says...
She doesn't understand logic.
Bad, but I don't. And now this is where she gets into why she doesn't feel bad for them.
And I know before anybody is outraged about why I say that, I feel bad for what she has put them.
Oh, Just Jake, don't apologize. Don't apologize at all. I'm trying to refer others.
No, we're very glad to have that information about a really good channel. Yeah, we thank you.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I'm okay with that because if there's other creators I want to promote those creators who are fact-based. They're not, they may put an opinion in here or there, but they're not like this heifer just spewing venom.
Yeah, she just makes up shit just for the hell of it.
Mm-hmm.
Through this whole thing, I can't imagine as a parent how terrified they must have been. Okay.
Wait a minute. Let me back up because I don't think that's where she says about being a parent. But maybe she said it again.
And I know before anybody is outraged about why I say that, I feel bad for what she has put them through. This whole thing, I can't imagine as a parent how terrified they must have been. Okay. That was not cool. We
got a couple of new people in chat.
Oh,
we got The Glare and 6 Up Media.
Like, you're pulling like it's like when I was in college and I pledged a sorority, we had Hell Week. And Hell Week was no sleep week, pretty much. So, like, the Glare's on a roll, like a marathon or something here. Shouldn't you be asleep?
Yeah, he was with one of my favorite people last night. I love Morbid. He cracks me up.
Yeah, Katie, she does. She always laughs at the oddest points because I don't know, like, none of this is funny. Like, I've laughed at what people are saying in chat, but I haven't laughed at anything that she said so far. And yeah. Oh, Micah, that's good news that helped balance you out. And Six Up, welcome. Let's see. Oh yeah, Grizzly True Crime. She's great as well. I like her. And plus she's from South Africa, so part of my heart is in South Africa. I went there for 6 weeks in college, and excuse me, I want to get back. Valerie, hi. Karma. Yeah, BHB isn't a parent. Oh, and I thought I heard her wrong. So she actually, there she says, I can't imagine as a parent. But later on, she says, as a parent, like she is a parent. And that's what made me really angry, because she and we are not parents. We can't say things like that. But she does. Hey, Judith, Matt, Spudler, and anyone else I may have missed, welcome.
I don't even want to put myself in their shoes in how agonizing those 49 hours were. It had to have been excruciating. It had to have been next level emotional stuff. Okay. So I don't want to take that away from them. You know, I feel bad for that aspect of this. What I don't feel bad about is they know their daughter better than anybody else. They failed to tell the police or the public that has done this in the past or.
And again, Betty, you don't know that. You don't know what the parents told law enforcement. You think you know because you think you know everything, but you can't say that because you don't know.
Has threatened to do this in the past, and we know that she has. We know whenever she doesn't get her way, if she doesn't get what she wants, if she doesn't get what she wants to buy, she threatens her parents that she's going to run away. It's happened in the past. And I can't remember the one. I want to say it was something over like maybe a puppy. If she wasn't going to get her puppy this year for her birthday, she's running away from home. Yeah, I'm doing great. Why wouldn't I be?
So somebody in chat just said, hey, Betty, are you doing okay? Or something like that. And so again, she thinks it's someone being shady and says, of course I'm okay. Why wouldn't I be okay? They're just asking you how you are. Like, I don't get her.
I'm always great. Always great. So I'm sitting here thinking, you know, and that was in 2019. So her behavior, this type of spoiled brat, if I don't get my way, I'm going to make you feel pain behavior happened long before 2019. Long before. Her parents have instead of arguing with her and parenting her, in my opinion, now I'm not inside their life. I don't know them as human beings.
Exactly.
Because what she's saying about Carly's parents, I relate. I don't know nothing about her dad, but doesn't Mama Bullhorn get on here and condone everything that Betty says and does?
Mm-hmm.
She's accusing Carly's parents of the same thing when Mama Bullhorn is exactly like that.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of Mama Bullhorn, I only know this because I was in chat. Apparently, Mama Bullhorn, you want to call it, but Mama Bullhorn called Dolly.
Oh, she called in?
Yeah, she called in. I don't know what she said, but someone in Betty's chat had said, yeah, Mama Bullhorn called Dolly last night. So I'm not sure what she said, but that'll be interesting.
Yeah, we'll have to go check that out.
But I can see her mother after the fact, after all of this, and see where this behavior comes from. I can see it. I can understand it. And I identify those behaviors as being contributed to parents spoiling their kids and not allowing their children.
Yep. So
That
every
explains
kid,
Betty's behavior is because she was spoiled, and it's the exact same thing she's accusing these people of. Betty, you're disgusting.
yep. So everyone who's ever been spoiled in their life, probably 99.9% of the population, we are all awful people because we were spoiled by our parents. Or
I spoiled my daughter to no end, and she's a good person with a good heart. She helps out people. She loves animals. She doesn't drink. She doesn't smoke. She's a good person, and if she was spoiled, I spoiled her rotten.
yep.
To be held accountable for their behavior. They are always bailing their daughter out of problems.
Oh,
and this is
really?
Mm.
This
This
is
is-
total self-reflection right here.
I know, isn't this rich coming from her?
Yes.
And this is the part I was going to clip, because I was like, well, actually this whole segment, and I was like, nah, I'm just going to go live because it's easier. It's there. I can save time just going live. And this is where she describes herself, in my opinion.
Yeah, she's
no
something else.
different. So while I feel for the parents, we would have caught on a lot sooner if they had been honest, not only to the public.
Betty, you were 2 days late to the party. Don't forget. You showed up when the alcohol was gone. So there is no we would have known, because you didn't know. You didn't know until 48 hours later.
Since when is she part of the investigation to where she needs to know anything?
Right. Hey, Amberly, how's it going?
But also to law enforcement, because they've known for years and years and years of this type of behavior from their child. This would have been something I've talked to educators. This would have been something a behavioral.
Right. So now she's an educational. Well, she's a caseworker because
yeah,
right.
She's a counselor.
A counselor. Yeah. As a parent, I would have talked to educators. I would have talked to
What are those people called in high school that you go to? They're a counselor.
Yeah, like guidance counselor.
Guidance counselor. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Issue that would have most likely been brought up to the parents years before. So these behaviors didn't just.
I think she's got a filter on, but I don't think it's the one she usually uses, because her face isn't as like flawless, so to speak. Yeah, and her eye does look a lot darker today too. Oh, Ellen, you're not lying. You're not lying. I'm sure she uses heavy filters, because in her TikTok video, she looks like a freight train hit her.
Oh my.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Sinner, if you're still listening. Oh, dang it. This dang chat. Behavioral specialist needs to go on her curriculum vitae. Yes.
I think we've already got that one somewhere.
Could be.
So many.
I mean, Sinner's the one that's supposed to be keeping a running list.
Yeah, Sinner, how many's on that list now? About 80 or 90?
It's going to be a novel in no time.
Well, as many jobs as she has and knows how to do, why is she not out here working? I mean, she'd be a millionaire with everything that she knows how to do.
Yeah.
If she actually, had a real job doing these things.
Yeah. I mean... Oh, Spudler says, I'm also designing the image for my new merch, BHB toilet paper, coming to a shop near you soon. Hey, Candy Kitten. Oh my gosh, I love.
Are they?
Every
Is the
time,
toilet paper going to have her face on it? Oh dear.
every time Candy Kitten comes in, I'm like, look at those little baby kittens. Oh my god, I love it. Love it. Oh, Cheese says her resume is catching up to my rap sheet. All right, so yeah,
Oh,
it's
her
getting.
resume has surpassed her rap sheet.
It's true.
Happen, and this is where we're at. This has been brewing for some time, you see. And that's where I kind of don't feel bad for her parents. And even after the fact, after all of this, they still haven't returned the money.
Oh, this is where someone says something and Betty gets a little agitated.
Yeah, just a little.
That you know, at the end of the day, we realized it wasn't collected under false pretenses, but it was collected under false pretenses.
Oh, and who does that all the time? Collects money under false pretenses. Oh, I'm going to DC. I'm meeting with legislatures for the children. And you go to a CPAC rally and then accuse somebody of hitting you in your face. Betty, you need to sit down, little girl, and shut your mouth.
Or
I'm
when she
angry
goes
at her this morning.
she goes to Des Moines for a rally, but says, "Oh, I'm gonna work on a case in Minnesota," where
Yep.
she goes for what, 5 hours?
If that, a part of that was drive time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Or
can you
her
tell I'm
friends.
angry with her this morning?
Yeah. Well, she's I thought the same thing though. You're saying exactly, and this is why, like, to clip it, I would have to put my comments and I would have to, you know, like, it was just there was too much to say.
Yeah.
To clip this because she was just on a roll.
Would return something that was given to them. Now, granted, like they said, you know,
Granted, Betty. And actually, one of the videos I watched last night was of Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who he actually said the word granted. And I was like, oh my God, I need to put that next to Betty and do like a how not to say it, how to say it, because he enunciated perfectly and she's still saying granite. Like, just, it's not granite, Betty. Granted.
Yep.
They didn't ask for it. It was just given. Well, yeah. But if you're going to be that scummy to keep it after now knowing about your daughter's behavior, I think that's pretty crappy, to be honest with you. And I would, again, say look at the parents and see why we're in the situation that we're in.
And this is coming from somebody with such high moral standards. Okay, Betty. Whatever.
Oh, Corinne says Minnesota wasn't having it with her. She was made known that right away as she arrived. Well, that is good because that is what she needs to happen.
Well, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I am really surprised that she is not in Alabama. I was 100% sure that that's where she was going to go, and she didn't, and I'm in shock. She passed up a perfect grift opportunity.
Yeah.
The money was returned. Great. Good. That's good. Well, then they are not grummy people. But if they would have kept it, yeah.
Oh, but then she sees the second comment that was made. And now she gets a little bit animated.
No, JJ. No.
Who's saying that song? Was it In Vogue? In Vogue had a song was like, no. Saying yeah. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm not gonna sing it, but I'm pretty sure it was In Vogue. I'm gonna have to make a clip of that with like an uncopyrighted version of that song, because actually let's hear that again, because that was actually kind of funny.
So Flo Mama says, I love JJ. I don't know who JJ is, but we like her.
JJ actually got a gifted membership today too.
Oh, goody. You get to see her. Well, JJ gets to see the stuff hidden behind the paywall.
Let's somebody try to count how many times she says no.
And see why we're in the situation that we're in. The money was returned. Great. Good. That's good. Well, then they're not grummy people. But if they would have kept it, yeah.
In grummy, do you mean grimy? Is grummy a word? Because like I think she put scummy. I think she put scummy and grimy together to get grummy, which I'll give her that. But I think she meant grimy.
No, JJ. No. I am not talking about the Crime Stoppers money at all. I'm talking.
So this, I have not looked into this because I've kind of just let Carly go, because a lot of what's coming out now is rumors, just like really awful memes, like just a lot of crap.
Okay, you want to hear what grummy is?
Yes.
It's in the Urban Dictionary. Something that is dirty and a little bit greasy.
Okay.
That's Betty. She's a whole lot dirty and a little bit greasy.
So what she's getting at, so there's a lot of questions about the money. So JJ was talking about the Crime Stopper money, because that's what that's what I thought Betty was talking about when I was watching too. And Crime Stoppers has said all of the money donated in honor, well, not honor, but in relation to this case will be refunded to the donors. She is saying, and I know I've seen this on social media, but I don't believe it's been verified, that the dad had his like Venmo, Cash App. Some of the neighbors,
she said something about that the other day, that she had talked to a neighbor personally, and that neighbor had filled her in on the fact that a bunch of people had sent the dad money through Cash App and Venmo.
Which means it was probably JLR who talked to the neighbor, which he did have a video that I didn't watch about that. But again, it's not verified. So, and then she's like, people who made them meals, and people who, gave their time, and they sent, monetary donations. You know what? That's not your business, Betty, because did you donate? Probably not.
Oh, so again, yeah, she donated. Of course she did.
Again, she's saying that these parents are scumbags because they took money from their community and haven't returned it. She doesn't know that.
What? She did the same thing. And I'm going back to the DC trip. I mean, she grifted for that trip for what, 2 weeks before she went, made up them stupid ass flyers. And then she gets to DC, did not make one video of herself handing out flyers or talking to legislators or anything. The only thing that we saw was her standing out in front of that building with her front row Joes. We love Trump. We love Trump. That's the only thing that she accomplished out of that whole trip. So don't talk about people taking money under fraudulent terms, Betty.
Right. And exactly,
this
Chris,
makes me so angry. Ugh.
Citing a source would be helpful. And again, I see a lot of the comments like, I saw this, I heard this. Where? I need sources. Was it Twitter? Was it some random person on Twitter making shit up or being annoying and,
well, she supposedly has eyes and ears everywhere. That's where she gets her information, but never provides receipts.
So Micah says Crime Stoppers has backtracked and said they are not returning the money. Okay, I have not seen that. But again, anything that you think will be helpful, please send it to my email, because exactly, I need proof. And that's just me. This dang chat.
Blank Screen says she needs to worry about that lawsuit she gonna lose.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. She just throws crap out there and never backs it up. Or she'll show the tweet and she doesn't read the whole thing or doesn't look at the initial source. It's just, yes, hearsay and conjecture being reported as fact.
Okay, here's somebody that's got a really good point. That phone call that day where that lady was asking her how she chooses her cases, and then she was going to say something about the donations, and Betty went off on her. You know what she does? There it is. It's
Yep.
on the screen.
Yep. You brought that up to me earlier. So I was like, when No Wire Hanger said that, I'm like, oh, I'm going to pin this for a second.
Yeah.
Because you said the same thing to me. Yep. And now that I have a gifted membership. Well, I guess that means that I have the right to ask her where her money's going to. Oh, wait, but I was gifted it. So,
Well, it doesn't matter. It's, still money being contributed to her channel. But I mean, the thing about her and what she said that day to that caller is, she's saying what she does with her money is nobody's business. Well, if people gave Carly's parents money, guess
it's none
what?
of their
It's
business.
none of anybody's business.
Right. If they ask for money and they weren't.
I never heard them ask for anything. The dad said he didn't want to go fund me. So, in my
Right.
opinion, they really didn't want any donations. They're not sitting here, begging for money like Betty does on a daily basis.
Right. And they didn't take it under false pretenses like this heifer.
Right.
So again, you don't know that they didn't return some of those things. You don't know if they've made a donation to some other organization to make up for the trouble that people went through. You don't know, Betty. None of us do.
Well, Crime Stoppers, I think they did raise $63,000, a little bit over. What they do with it, we don't know. If they're not returning it to people, I hope it's used for a good cause. It's donated to one of these organizations that gets out here and searches for missing people or something like that. But at this point, we really don't know. So, and she don't either.
Agree, Scissors. A neighbor sending money for what? Neighbors and friends hitting up your Venmo to order meals during a hard time is not a grift. Exactly.
No, I've never heard them grift for anything. I mean, that's what neighbors do. They help out their community members in need.
People are trying to turn this into something that it's not. Exactly. And as I always say,
this one right here that we're looking at is the leader of the pack.
Yep. And she's trying to make fetch happen. And Gretchen, fetch isn't going to happen. So stop trying.
I didn't realize I was going to be so angry at her this morning, but I guess
we're only about halfway through, so you're probably going to get more mad.
Oh my God. I don't know if I can take it.
Oh, thank you. No. Part 1, after musician Wyclef Jean was consulted to produce and appear on a remix. Right, but is it In Vogue? Because there's a song that has that verse in it, and I'm pretty sure it's In Vogue. I'm going to have to look.
There is a song by In Vogue called No, and in
That's probably what I'm thinking
says Can't Come Back. Is that the one you're talking about?
Mm-hmm. I knew it was In Vogue. Well, just Samantha, I think you know best, as we all do. The girlfriend on the screen right now pulls scams all the time. And she knows it makes her money, so she can use it for her own personal benefit. So, and I mean, there's schemers and scammers all over the world. I mean, Betty has a video that, breaking news video she posted from Idaho of the scammers who are trying to get $6,000 down payment to rent the Idaho 4 house. People do this shit all the time. And the problem I have is that she's going after the parents. And we don't know. Carly clearly has some type of issue. We don't know. But the fact that she's now going after Carly's parents and blaming it on them, that's what pisses me off. Because she doesn't know. She doesn't know anything about what happened. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing that really gets me. She was, for those, what, less than 24 hours? Because again, she was late to the party. She was all about finding Carly, what happened. You know, she was all about it.
Oh, yeah. And everybody, all creators, put this information on your channel. Get the word out. Carly's missing. We need to bring her home safe. Blah, 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 blah.
And thank you, let's be honest. Jessie J also has one. I'm going to look that up. I love Jessie J. Sinner says he has a bridge for sale in Brooklyn. Yeah. Oh, and Destiny's Child as well. Yeah. Okay, so there's a lot of people who have songs with no, no, no. Yes.
Read Beer Can Island's comment.
That's why we call her Grifter Griffin in Manatee County. She's a well-known scammer here.
Wow.
It's all rumors, right? But in my opinion, I believe the parents found out she was at that hotel and then lied about it. And again, we can have our opinions. I just ask that we not state it as fact, right? So if it's your opinion, that's great. We welcome all opinions here. You're not going to be blocked. You're not going to be timed out unless you're really disgusting and gross and saying awful things. Actually, I'm the only one that can block anybody. Like my mods, I usually tell them, watch this person, or, you know, send them to timeout. But yeah, as long as you say your opinion. And again, if you see something or you read something, I need backup. Like, where was it seen? Was it Twitter? Was it Reddit? Was it the New York Times? Was it, you know, the Daily Mail? I need hard.
Well, what people need to realize about Betty is she did not start being a scammer just when she come to social media. She's been doing this for a very long time. And like Blank Screen said, you know, ask Betty why she faked W-2s during the housing crisis. This shit started a long time ago. Her being a scammer and just an awful person, period.
Yeah, and I agree, Betty with the good hair. She's just mad it didn't drag on and she couldn't grift for money to go there to search.
I agree.
Right. Oh, yeah. Hey, Kanuga, how are you? Why is Angel singing some Amy Winehouse now? Betty won't go.
Oh, I love that song, Rehab.
No. There we go. Yes, Amy. That's actually probably a better song for Betty. Is
yeah,
Amy
I
Winehouse.
like that song.
Godspeed to Amy Winehouse for sure.
Yeah.
About the thousands of dollars her community raised for that family and sent to them through Venmo, PayPal, Cash App,
where's receipts, Betty?
And physical cash that was given to them.
I want receipts. If she's stating this as fact, she should have receipts, right?
Yeah. And what about your receipts, Betty? People send you money through PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Super Chats, Super Stickers. Where's your receipts?
That's right.
We're still waiting for the Gonsalves interview. We're still waiting to hear about those 1,600 pages of documents you requested from Moscow. Where are those?
Yeah, I know. Aren't you blocked from her on Twitter?
I'm blocked from everything with her.
Well,
except for
I'm not.
now.
I actually follow her on Twitter. And from the beginning, she has said that she is going to be at every court case that Leilani Simon has. You know,
right.
She is so on this case. Well, Friday when Leilani went to court, she made a Twitter post, of course, and it says, when the hearing's over, I'll post what happened. She hasn't said another word about Leilani. She's been too busy trashing Carly and her family to worry about Leilani Simon now.
Yeah, and I had just brought up the tweet that I saw, like the update. But what about Winter Smith, the little girl in?
They've added charges to that dude, haven't they?
Yeah, and she hasn't. She was. Oh, that case hurt my heart so bad. Well, where have you been? There's updates, Betty.
Yep. Sure
mean, she just doesn't. She doesn't care. And I'll say it's my opinion, but I'm pretty sure it's a fact.
Yeah, and what kills me, Blank Screen has got a point. It says, I am never blocked, especially on here. But yet she sits there and, in my opinion, makes a fake FBI call because she's scared for her life, and she blocks everybody else that says good morning, to her on a Wednesday, and you should have waited till Thursday. She blocks your ass, but she never blocks Blank Screen. Now, wonder why.
Or Blank Screen just has so many accounts that, like he says, he's unblockable. So
I don't know. I've seen him make comments with his main login, and he's never blocked.
Blank Screen says, for the record, or no, not for the record, but disclaimer, I did not ask BHB what she smells like. I was waiting for a screenshot, Blank Screen, because when I heard her say that, so I sent Blank Screen a message and said, was that you trolling her this morning? And so I thought it had to do with, like, saying something like, why are you making up shit? Or, something like that. And then she said, it smells like roses over here. Well, no, it probably smells like gas because you have, some intestinal distress issues. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's so funny.
To them. Never mind the community that was also cooking their dinners through this. Now, granted, that's what communities do. But when you know that this was all fraudulent and that your daughter concocted this, you should have returned every penny that you collected from those Venmo.
But law enforcement.
Why didn't she return all the money she grifted for that DC trip under false pretenses when she actually went to a CPAC meeting?
Or the trip to Minnesota that she also
went to a Trump rally.
Went to under false pretenses because the majority of her time was spent in Des Moines, not Minnesota.
Well, what gets me is she was there for 2 days before the Trump rally. And she gets on there, well, I just didn't have time to go to Minnesota to check on that case, blah, blah, blah. She waits until Sunday and drives up there, spends maybe an hour actually in Minnesota, and then she heads home. But yet she wasted 2 days sitting in a hotel room.
Yeah.
Cash apps, PayPals, gift cards, and cash, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I am very strong on this very thing. Now, granted, the parents didn't do this.
Oh, my God. It's granted, Betty.
Their daughter did, but you know what? You want to take financial responsibility for your daughter. You want to put a roof over her head. You want to allow her to be able to act like this. You want to make sure she's not accountable. You pay that money back. You pay that money back. That's the right thing to do.
Well, why don't you do the right thing?
That is the right thing.
Right.
Give all that money back that you grifted through the last year and a half under false pretenses.
Oh, Blank Screen says I was typing the usual word GRIF, then they blocked me.
I know, I saw that.
All right, so
Blank Screen, I'll give him credit for one thing. He is relentless.
Well, and it's funny because she went on that tangent. Like, she was just going off about, why don't you go over with your BFF over there, what you're doing? It's like, girlfriend, look in the mirror at what you're doing.
Yeah, Heather, I agree with you. Betty, pay your credit card bills.
Oh, good point. Good point. Platform.
Helmet
I didn't even
head.
think of it like that, but helmet head.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And actually, I have a screenshot that I meant to send you, Bash, and I forgot. So she used to, well, she still has it, but the French onion dip container. So I found the screenshot because, gosh, this was months ago when she was doing her lives from her bed. Sinner had sent a message about her French onion dip container. And I was like, oh, that's her like
Oh gosh,
sweetener for
that's
her
way back
coffee.
in what, March or April
Yeah,
or
it was a
something?
while ago. And so I took a screenshot of it and sent it to him. And so I lost my train of thought. Oh, helmet head. So when she turns to the side to get the container, her hair, her ponytail was like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was flat. It was just weird from like, it had like the pillow shape. And I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, exactly, Sofa King. How about we blame her mother for her sleazy illegal doings? Yeah. Not to mention her insufferable ego. Yes. Agreed.
Blank screen is hilarious.
Blank screen on a roll. Blank screen is on a roll today. Actually, I sent Blank screen a message last night and I was like, what are you up to tonight? And he was like, nothing, just chilling. And I was like, yeah. It was kind of a quiet night yesterday. Yes, just Samantha. I did see that. It's still an option and it's still under investigation. However, Betty, in all her glory, made videos saying that Carly was going to be arrested on Friday.
You're roboting.
What the heck?
Guys, is she roboting on your end or is it on my end that I hear roboting? Yeah, it sounds bad. Yeah, you're roboting. Okay, maybe she can go out and come back. I'll just read some comments. Patches, I don't know. I've actually got a picture of Betty's mom, and she's got short, darker hair. It doesn't look like it's thinning. She's got a lot better head of hair than her daughter does. But yeah, it's a miracle she has any hair left after raising this heifer. Yeah, Emmy ducked out for a minute. She's probably, having to come back in StreamYard. She'll be back. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Ooh, blank screen. Roaches in it. Ooh, gross. But I wouldn't doubt it. Betty just doesn't remind me of a clean person at all. Yeah, she's coming back in. She lost her internet. Okay, good. Y'all can hear me. Okay, good. Good. Well, I know yesterday when Emmy decided to take a break from YouTube, I'm like, I'm with you on that. After I get up yesterday, needing to go to the store, the car won't start. I'm like, screw this weekend. I'm just going to catch up on my sleep and watch some real shows or funny animals or something. I'm not going to watch this heifer at all. And then I get up this morning and Emmy is already ranting about how mad she is at Betty. Hey, you want to go live? I'm pissed. Like, well, okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
That was so weird. Like, it was like I could see, I knew something was up with my internet, and then it just like completely went out. So I quick, disconnected, reconnected. My phone came up almost right away. So it must
Yeah,
have been
you sound good now. You're fine.
some glitch. Oh, good. I was roboting. That's fun. Yeah, so I'm here, and Betty is back as well. Bet her French onion dip cup probably had roaches in it. Well,
Yeah, I addressed that already. That's just gross. I
well, yeah,
imagine
and I
her
was
whole house is
saying
full of roach bugs.
in that container, I mean, little ants could get there. They're so little, they could go right, like where they have like where you snap it, so to speak, like
Under that lip that goes around it, yeah.
We have not been on 4 hours. Absolutely not. No.
We've been on 1 hour and 35 minutes, to be exact.
Yeah. Oh yeah, an hour and a half. So I still have a little bit of time. My 2 hours. Yeah. Okay. So let's get back to this lady now that
I don't
I'm
know
back.
where they're seeing 4 hours. That's crazy.
Definitely up for check out the
Uh-oh.
latest on Tupac. All right, pause. Yeah, because I did cover Tupac a couple of days ago. And actually,
You're roboting again. Say something. Oh, well, looks like we lost her again. I don't know what's wrong with her internet today, but it's awful. Jeez.
All right, am I still acting up?
You sound all right now. What is up with your internet?
Well, and knock on wood, I wasn't going to say anything because Google Slides has not been messing up with StreamYard. It's been smooth sailing, and now it's acting foolish. Come on now, internet.
Yeah, you sound okay right now. So let's get moving here.
All right, yeah, we'll look at Tupac later.
Right thing to do.
Or even Crazy Nurse, email me.
And we talk about right and wrong all the time on this channel. And sometimes it's hard.
Mostly wrong.
And you know what? It may cause them financial problems, but guess what? The community didn't do this. And some of those people, that was their hard-earned money that they willingly give.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Hard-earned money that they willingly, keyword or operative word, Betty, the operative word in your sentence is willingly gave. And when people ask you about where their hard-earned money went when they donated to you, you don't answer.
No, it's none of their business where it goes.
Right. And I still have that clip where she went off on that caller. So maybe this would be a good thing to put together.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly, Betty with the good hair. I was going to say the same thing. How interesting.
Give to you because you were in a worse situation than them. And it was all a lie. And whether the parents want to acknowledge it or believe it, that's not my problem.
Have you seen these people's house and the vehicles they drive? A Mercedes, a Range Rover, and their house. I mean, they don't look like they're hurting for anything. I know it could all be a facade, but to me, they look like they're doing okay. But has she actually seen their financials? Does she know for a fact that they need money or don't need money? No, she doesn't.
Right.
But no, she's sticking her nose in it anyway.
And I actually did, because I think it was Cheese who actually, Cheese sent me some information about Carly's dad being a part of the Freemasons.
Yeah.
So I actually brought that up in her chat this morning as well. And only one person responded to me and said, "What's a Freemason?" So I told them. And So that's the other thing, Betty. Maybe you should look into Freemasons because, you know,
Well,
they've
they
been
live in a
around.
very nice neighborhood and a very nice house and drive very nice vehicles. They got a lot more than you do, Betty.
Mm-hmm. In your opinion, do you think if it is proven she lied, she should face charges or some kind of consequence? If it's proven she lied, okay, so I'm going to say lying is not a crime, so to speak. What I will say is that I do believe, and this isn't my opinion, well, it is my opinion, but I believe she needs to be charged for what she stole from her employer because she did steal. She stole the robe, she stole the toilet paper, and they said she stole other items. They did not say what they were. So I don't know about her lying about what happened because we don't know that yet. If once more information comes out from law enforcement, if it ever does, I will give my opinion, but right now I can say that I believe she needs to be charged for what she stole from her employer. Yes.
Well, she did get fired, supposedly.
Yes, and she did get fired from her job, but I also believe she needs to be charged for, and maybe it would just be petty theft, but she still needs to be charged, in my opinion, because
Well,
she
if
committed a
she
crime.
stole the robe and toilet paper and just, some other little cheesy survival items, it's probably not going to be a whole lot. But if she stole money, that's a game changer, in my opinion.
Okay, so falsifying a kidnapping is what News Nation said charges could be.
Could be. I mean, Betty had already stated that she was going to be arrested, what, 4 or 5 days ago? And she hasn't yet.
Right. And so my thing is, and again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the law. I don't know Alabama law. Yes, she said she's telling law enforcement after the fact that she was kidnapped. Like she's still, now I did hear on a news report that she's trying to get her memory back. Like, is it a ploy? Possibly.
Well, we still don't know all the details, so
Right. And
I
I
don't
mean,
know what she did.
when she called 911. So what I could say, in my opinion, if law enforcement has determined there was not a child along the highway, I would agree with her being charged with reporting a false incident at this point. Because she called in to say that there was a toddler walking along the road and there
They've
is
not
no
found any
evidence.
proof of that at all.
Right. So I would agree with that. At this point, I would agree with charging her with filing a false report.
Agreed.
Or, whatever that would be in legalese terms. After that, I don't have an opinion yet. What did Sinner say? Betty went to flaw school. Sinner must have had his coffee because he's coming out with the one-liners now.
Problem. That's not my problem. Again, if they would have held their daughter accountable, if this would have happened to me.
Oh. Why doesn't Mama Bullhorn hold you accountable for your bad behavior?
Mm-hmm. And
It's
Betty, you've had
unbelievable.
and mind you, Carly's what, 25, I think?
Yes.
How many charges had Betty racked up that we know of that weren't expunged by the
she
age of 25?
started getting charges before she was even 18.
Right. And how many of those were expunged because she was underage?
I don't know.
She doesn't have any place to speak on. None.
Nope. Uh-oh. Sounds like we're roboting again. You're roboting again, Amy. Geez, I don't think she was ever on Manatee County's most wanted list, but she probably should be. All her shenanigans. Heather, she's blaming the parents because she has to blame somebody. And she's seeing that it's easy to just go ahead and blame the parents for their daughter's behavior. Doesn't make any sense, the stuff that she says. She's crazy. And I'm still surprised that she is not in Alabama, hanging out with JLR. And JLR is starting to really, I mean, he does put out some good videos every now and then, but the fact that he's over there walking up and down the street in front of their house videotaping, I just don't think you need to be doing that. I mean, what's the point in it? It doesn't matter where this girl lives, what her house looks like. Doesn't matter. And I don't think everything like that needs to be exposed to the world. I mean, leave them alone. Jeez. I think he's still in Alabama. I'm not sure. I haven't even checked his channel today. And remember back 2 or 3 months ago that she was streaming from her bed and she was talking about ending a friendship that she had had for just a little while. Apparently, everybody thought it may have been her friendship with JLR that was on the rocks, but I don't know. One minute I think that they're at odds with each other, and then the next minute she's promoting his channel, using his content. So I really don't know. Amy, you're probably right. He's there waiting for Carly to get arrested. And he is going to run across somebody one of these days that's not going to put up with his shenanigans. I mean, I don't ever want anybody to get hurt, but a good tongue lashing and running him out of town would work for me. The only thing different about this situation is, I mean, I don't think he's causing any chaos in the neighborhood. Now, I do think other reporters and stuff have showed up there because I saw one of the neighbors somewhere, it was TikTok or something, saying they just want their peaceful neighborhood back. So, I think there are more people there other than JLR. But, at this point, I think they need to be thankful that Betty's not there with her bullhorn. You
All
back?
right. Like, even my phone wasn't working. I was like,
What is up with your internet today? And there you go again. You're roboting again. Oh, lordy, lordy.
Is it?
Yeah, you're still roboting.
All right, I'm gonna restart. I'll be back.
Okay. Beer Can Island, I missed that. I didn't watch Joneson's video yesterday. I bet that was hilarious. I'll have to go look. Yeah, as far as I know, the Russells do not live in the gated part of the subdivision that I know of. Too bad it's not gated. Keep all these crazies out. Yeah, Genty, let's all go kick Emmy's internet. She's never had this much trouble with it. It's ridiculous. Wise Angel, are there any cases going on in Texas that they might get their hooks into? Yeah, CK, she does online church things. She doesn't physically go to a church. Geez, yeah, we might have to send Emmy some tinfoil. Gosh, I remember when I was a kid and they had come out with color TVs, with the rabbit ear antennas. And where we lived, the reception wasn't that great. So my dad did put tinfoil on the end of those rabbit ears just so we could watch TV.
All right, I should be back. I restarted my whole computer, checked the router, and it's still messing up, it looks like.
Well, you sound okay for right now.
Okay, because I'm trying to share a screen and it could be my antivirus. It's going nuts saying that I have undetected threats. I don't even know what's happening.
We can, while you're waiting on that, we can play your video you made this morning.
Oh, and actually, it looks like it's working. I just need to go forward a little bit.
And
okay. I don't remember where we ended up, so we'll just kind of pick a spot.
Pretty crappy, to be honest with you. And I would, again...
Hey, the screen's frozen.
My screen is frozen?
I can hear her, but she's not moving.
Oh.
The parents and see why we're in the situation that we're in.
Still, I might have to wrap this up. I'm back. Is it working?
You sound good. Go ahead and play her and see if it's unfrozen.
The money was returned. Great.
Well, she's moving.
Good. That's good. Well, then
okay.
They're not grummy people.
It looks good.
Okay. Everybody knock on wood, please. We only have like 12 minutes left. Just everybody knock on wood, please.
But if they would have kept it, yeah. No, JJ. No. No. I am not talking about the Crime Stoppers money.
Well, I had counted, I think, 15.
Oh, well, could be.
At one point. So, and I don't know, I'm trying to think if we were, I think we were a little bit, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Actually, I better not. I'll screw it up.
Yeah, let's not. We can re-listen.
I'm talking about the thousands of dollars her community raised for that family and sent to them through Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, gift cards, and physical cash that was given to them. Never mind the community that was also cooking their dinners through this. Now, granted, that's what communities do. But when you know that this was all fraudulent and that your daughter concocted this, you should have returned every penny that you collected from those Venmo, Cash Apps, PayPals, gift cards, and cash, in my opinion.
Shut up, Betty.
I'm sorry. I am very strong on this very thing. Now, granted, the parents didn't do this. Their daughter did, but you know what? You want to take financial responsibility for your daughter. You want to put a roof over her head. You want to allow her to be able to act like this. You want to make sure she's not accountable. You pay that money back. You pay that money back. That's the right thing to do. That is the right thing to do. And we talk about right and wrong all the time on this channel. And sometimes it's hard. And you know what? It may cause them financial problems, but guess what? The community didn't do this. And some of those people, that was their hard-earned money that they willingly give to you because you were in a worse situation than them. And it was all a lie. And whether the parents want to acknowledge it or believe it, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. Again, if they would have held their daughter accountable, if this would have happened to me, let me tell you about Mama Bullhorn.
Oh. So now, again, Betty does hear what she does best. Brings it all back to her.
Oh, yeah.
And so now let's hear about what Mama Bullhorn did to correct Betty's bad behavior.
Mama Bullhorn would get me the best attorney, but she would not. She may lighten the blow. She might go out there and said, yes, I understand my daughter did wrong. And, you know, she's having a heavy burden from this. But if you think my mama's going to go out there and flat out lie for me,
yeah,
you got another thing coming. My parents are those parents.
Oh, yeah, they surely would. They still do.
Yes. Every time that Mama Bullhorn calls in, she backs up Betty's bad behavior.
Mm-hmm.
She does it all the time.
Betty with the good hair says she's a fraud, but people send her breakfast, so what is her point? Which I believe, I told Bash yesterday, I said, I'm going to go and buy myself something and post a picture saying, thank you to a fan that sent me Dunkin' Donuts.
And I told you to do it, and you didn't.
No. And then I said, or maybe I have, a package of oatmeal. Thank you, fans, for sending me oatmeal.
Yeah, how much you want to bet Betty sent that to herself by DoorDash or something?
Exactly. Or she just went out and got it and said, oh, look what they got for me.
Yep.
You're not that important.
No, she's not.
That grab you up and make you take your piggy bank to a convenience store and give it to them along with the pack of cigarettes you stole and told them if you want to call law enforcement, go right ahead. Those are the parents that I was raised with. That's how I was raised. That's how I was taught.
I call bullshit.
Yeah,
especially because she kept doing bad behavior over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taught to freaking coddle kids and not hold them accountable for their behavior.
Nobody ever done that to you.
Oh, I think this is where she says, as parents, we need blah, blah, blah.
She's not a parent. I wish she would quit referring to herself as having stepkids, step-grandkids, because after that divorce, I really don't think they have anything to do with her.
I'm waiting for her to say kept it. Oh, yeah, she's not saying kept. She's saying kept it. Yeah, Betty, stop the cap is more like it.
Let me tell you something. That was a great life lesson for me. Something that I have never done again.
Okay, back up. Like when. Okay, do you know what she's referring to? She told the story the other day that when she was young, she stole a pack of cigarettes from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a little store, and her dad found them and took her back down to the store with her piggy bank that had like $20-something in it, and she had to return the cigarettes and give the clerk her piggy bank. And she's saying she learned her lesson from that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
She didn't learn anything from that. She's had shitty behavior then, and she still has shitty behavior.
Mm-hmm. And I agree, this was a great pause because I actually did take a picture because this is an exceptional pause, if I do say so myself.
You accidentally take a pin home, I have PTSD. That pin goes back to work.
What? Hold on.
Oh my God.
Now she's comparing PTSD to stealing a freaking pen from your job that you don't have.
How are they going to learn? Let me tell you something. That was a great life lesson for me. Something that I have never done again. You know, like when you accidentally take a pin home, I have PTSD. That pin goes back to work. You know what I mean?
Oh, God. She has, I'm sorry, guys. She has no idea what PTSD is. She doesn't have a clue.
I agree, John. They throw around PTSD around too much now. Yeah, and she's comparing that PTSD to taking a pen from your job. Sorry.
I'm a veteran. A lot of my friends are veterans that actually, were in Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, blah, blah, blah. If she wants to know what true PTSD is, I'll have her interview one of them guys. She needs a lesson on PTSD because she doesn't have a clue. Uh-oh. Robot. Well, guys, I think we lost Emmy again. Yep, we lost her again. Oh, she needs some new internet. Yeah, Jenny, we lost her. She'll be back. Yeah, Stella, Bella, and everybody else, you're welcome. I was in the Air Force. I love airplanes. Yeah, I think she's got Comcast. I've never had their internet. I got Spectrum, and I hardly ever have any issues with mine. If I could share some of mine with her, I would. I got plenty to spare. Sinner, I totally agree. She knows nothing about PTSD. She's crazy. That's all I know. Yeah, Heather, I'm not exactly sure. I know Emmy doesn't live in the heart of the city, so I don't know why her internet's so bad. Crazy Nurse, I'm not that fond of helicopters, but I do love airplanes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
This damn internet. Like, what
Well,
the
we're
F?
just discussing what we can do to get you some better internet.
There's nothing you can do. That's the sad thing. I mean, I'll call. Yeah, I have Spectrum as well, John, and they suck.
Do you have Spectrum or Comcast? I thought you had Comcast.
Spectrum. They bought out Comcast.
Oh, I've got Spectrum and mine's fantastic.
But I also live in the sticks. You have to
Okay.
remember.
Somebody was asking me if you lived in the country. I said, well, you don't live in the heart of the city. I'm not 100% sure.
No, I'm about 40 miles from a big city, if that gives you any idea.
Oh, no wonder your internet sucks.
Yes, it's trash.
Wow.
Although it does say I have 5G at the moment on my phone because I'm not on Wi-Fi. But
You know what I did just for you? I
What's that?
looked up a way to see if I could remotely put you on my internet, and there is a way to do it. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that you have to go through, and I'm like, it's a lot of trouble. But I mean, if there was an easy way for you to hook into my internet remotely, then you'd be fine.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. And I'm
See,
glad.
see, here you go. You're roboting again. We might have to end it.
Yeah, so I'm roboting. So what we're gonna do is I will be back later. Am I still roboting?
No.
Okay,
Can I,
well,
can I play this video before we leave?
oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, my phone is circulating.
Okay. I got my thing up there to share screen. Okay, we're going to end it with this, guys.
Yes, and I will be back just because I'm probably still roboting, but I will be back later I'm going to change it back to 7 o'clock and we will finish this up. And hopefully by then my internet will stop being an a-hole.
Okay. All right. You ready?
We're ready.
So, and no, I would be worried about your own people at this moment. Like I'm smelling like a rose right now, baby. I'm smelling like a rose right now. I think you need to be putting that stuff over there on your BFF site, right? Because you're all associated with all of that nastiness as well. So have a great day. Have a great day, and you make me sick, and you know exactly who I'm talking to. You guys are horrible, just absolutely horrible, and what you do to people is disgusting. It's disgusting.
Wait.
But
back that up a little bit. And my internet actually is better now. I can see it on StreamYard. My internet is stronger than it was, so I'm hoping we can actually finish.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, just back that up. It sounds like she makes a noise
as well. So have a great day. Have a great day, and you make me sick, and you know exactly who I'm talking to. You guys are horrible, just absolutely horrible. And what you
I
do to
heard
people
something.
is disgusting. It's disgusting.
Did you hear it?
Again.
One more time.
You ain't helping your absolutely horrible, and what you do to people is disgusting. It's disgusting. But you ain't helping your friend, I can tell you that. So at the end of the day, guys, we are at the top of the hour. I want you to have a great day. We're going to go to church. If you guys would like to,
no, we're going to church
to enjoy church with us. You're more than welcome to come over.
Okay, and we're going to actually try to get through this because now StreamYard.
You sound good right now. You sound good.
I can see like it's knock on wood. I have wood. Give me a second. I just knocked on wood. I don't see the little connection thing. So we're going to try to finish this up. Because I want my members chat later to be like, just, you know.
Well, when we get off of here, we need to go back and check your video because I could have swore it was either from her moving that thing around that she was moving or she tooted again.
Yeah.
We'll have to go back and check it. It sounded
I didn't hear it when I was clipping it, but now that it's, you know, like you were presenting it, it was like so it's either her moving because it could just be if she has shorts on, like, you know, like your skin hitting but I think that was too much. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good now. So we're going to keep on going.
Okay.
We got like 10 minutes left.
A paper clip, not a binder clip. It goes back to work. If it accidentally makes it to my house, it goes back to work, right? We don't coddle our kids. Our kids do wrong. You know what shows, in my opinion, what shows great parenting is somebody that doesn't give their kids excuses. That's when I feel like, you know, you have nothing. You've got no shame. I raised my child right. They chose the wrong path. You know, I love them. I'm going to make sure that they're protected the best I can. But at the end of the day, even if they didn't want to come out and discredit their daughter or you know, publicly also shame their daughter, they could have done one or two things. Not came out or just provided the written statement from their attorney and had it read online without their faces on it. They chose to go out there.
And I don't think that was ever verified, that it was actually a prepared statement from an attorney that they read. To me, it didn't sound like it was a prepared statement. I could be wrong.
She's the only one that has alluded to that. So I don't know.
Oh, what did she say? Emmy, you need to run an Ethernet line to your computer. Yes, that's probably true. I probably need to connect it directly, and I probably have an Ethernet cord around here somewhere. Because I actually did find my Walkman, my Sony Walkman from probably mid 90s, early 90s. So I definitely probably have an Ethernet cord somewhere. And if not, I will get one. Yeah, I think that's what I'm probably going to have to do.
And further, assist their daughter in this cover up. And I'm sorry, you know your daughter better than anybody here on social media. I'm learning about your daughter, and let me tell you,
it's none of your business, Betty. Why are you so invested in this young girl?
You guys should have been whipping that girl's butt a long time ago. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. This is also a lesson for parents. Listen, I understand that parents, especially if you've had a life where you had to work so hard for everything, nothing was given to you. Think of how much you appreciate that. You diminish that in your child's life every time you give them something they didn't earn.
Okay. Hasn't everything that Betty has pretty much been given to her? Has she actually worked for anything?
I would say no.
I'm guessing no.
Oh, she's going to try, Heather. Yes, she is. She says, Bash, try aluminum foil on your car's antenna. Maybe that'll help start.
I wish it was that easy. But it's not.
Aluminum foil to the rescue.
Hey, if I actually thought it'd work, I'd be out there trying it.
When they're freely given stuff, they have no appreciation of its value.
Oh.
So I just want parents, especially the ones
that brings up a good point. I have seen her get so much stuff sent to her by her pay piggies that has been on her wish list that they bought for her that she never uses because it was given to her and she doesn't appreciate it. So there you go.
Yeah.
She knows that feeling firsthand because she does not appreciate anything. And I bet you anything that we'll never see that cup being used for coffee that's got the F word on it.
Yeah.
We'll never see it again.
Nope.
Financial success. It's, in life, you want your children to have the best of everything. But don't you also want them to appreciate the best of everything, to appreciate your sacrifice as a parent, to make that, to give them all these things that you didn't have as a kid? Don't you want them to
about
appreciate
any of that, Betty?
Look at that pause.
Well, she doesn't have kids that she's bought anything for, so she doesn't know anything about anything when it comes to parenting.
That's all you, Bash. I paused when I heard you talk, so that's you get credit for that pause.
Oh, you're welcome.
Exactly. Denise is back. Denise, yes. Suck it, Betty.
Oh, I'm glad she put her name back on here.
Yeah, I know.
People change their names and it confuses me because I'm like, oh, we got a new person and it's somebody that's been here since the beginning. They just changed their name.
SoFlo Mama's having a. That face looks like a freak out face. That pause looks like the jackass she visited.
Oh my God.
Earn it like you did. There's nothing frustrating than a parent, being begged, especially, ones that came from nothing and made something from themselves. What are you instilling in your children to do the same thing? If you're freely giving them the stuff that they don't have to work for and appreciate like you did.
Well, that's clearly true in her case.
Mm-hmm.
Because has she become anything? Nope. Has she worked to improve her life? Nope.
Yeah.
So her parents apparently didn't instill that in her, that you work for what you want and to become a better person.
And I'm pretty sure that Carly's parents did instill good in her because she went to college.
She was still in nursing school.
Well, and she had a degree, I think, in psychology. So she was going back to get her nursing degree.
Oh, wow.
So clearly they did something right, Betty.
Yeah.
Actually, they did a lot right. And we don't know. She could have mental issues that we don't know about. And it's none of our business.
Well, I don't know of anything Betty's ever done good in her life. Just saying.
Skip to My Lou says, was that her OnlyFans pose?
Could be. Somebody that has one of those accounts, why don't you do a little trolling and see if you see any pictures of her on there? I'd be interested in seeing that.
I had to go out and pull weeds. I dig dishes for $5 a day.
No,
we can throw child labor.
Yeah, you can't even deal with stickers.
Exactly.
You were out there pulling weeds. Please.
Labor slave in there too, right? I was suspended from school one time, and it was for having a beeper. We were not allowed to have. Good God, it was like a freaking bomb out of the school, right? So I was suspended for 3 days one time. And do you think I got to sit in my house?
She was suspended 3 days for having a beeper. I doubt that, Betty. We didn't have beepers in high school. Well, maybe no. Beepers didn't really come around. Well, maybe we did towards the end of high school. But I don't
Wouldn't
remember.
They just confiscated them if they weren't allowed? They wouldn't have suspended you.
I don't remember anyone when I was in high school, and Betty is a year younger than me. I don't remember anyone in high school having a beeper. Nobody had a cell phone. That was until college. But I don't remember anyone having a beeper.
And play video games or watch TV. That the F I did. Heck to the no. I could not come in the whole time I was supposed to be in school. I was out in that yard. I was out in that yard pulling weeds for 3 solid days. And they have briar. I don't know if you know it's a fern, like it's a fern with thorns on it. And the reason why the weeds grow up in it is because nobody wants to pick the weeds because it has thorns in it. Well, guess what? I got suspended from school. I had to pick that weeds.
Yeah.
I was scratched. She can't even speak plain English. Oh my God.
And that's why, Betty, you wear gardening gloves so that you don't get stuck by the thorns or the prickers.
Up from the legs to the arms and some in the face. I guarantee
you know how we dealt with those?
I never got suspended.
My mom taught me how to deal with those things. They're almost flat to the ground. But you wear gardening gloves. You lift up one side of it. You have a knife. You dig down in the dirt, cut them out, pour salt in that hole, and then they don't ever come back in that area.
Interesting.
That's how you deal with them stupid ass things.
Suspended from school again. Right?
Oh, so we have one clip left. Oops. Dang it. Oh, I think I didn't share this the way I was supposed to.
And
no. Stop talking, Betty. All right, we're going to
You know, she's acting like she, you know, kids are depraved because they didn't have this and didn't have that. Betty, I grew up with black and white TV with maybe 2 or 3 channels, so shut up.
Yeah.
That was awful. And at 11 o'clock at night, all you got after that was snow. Because everybody went off air.
Yeah, that's true. Or it would have the
that multicolored screen thing.
Yes, I remember that.
Which showed up as black and white on a black and white TV. I remember when we got our first color television. It's like, oh my God, this is great.
And don't fake the funk says so stupid. Pull weeds out by the roots. Genius.
That's why we, took a knife and dug down in there and cut them out.
Yep.
And what come out was the weed and the root, and then you pour salt in that hole, and it keeps everything from coming back in that area.
Exactly, Scissors. We did the same thing. We called collect with code words. So when we would call, they had a payphone at the high school where I went to school, and so we would call collect, and our name would be come pick us up. So we'd say we need to make a collect call. My parents would, so they'd say record your name or whatever, come pick us up. And then my parents would, decline the call because they knew that our name was come pick us up. So they'd come and pick us up. Yep. Oh, Betty's going to give us trouble now.
Dad said they actually had to get up off the couch to change the channel. Yeah, I remember that too. There was no such thing as a remote.
Mm-hmm.
Carly, and her parents, I'm going to move on to the boyfriend. Like, I truly believe whatever story.
Oh, now she's done with the parents. Now she's going to move on to her boyfriend that she had.
Oh,
who allegedly has broken up with her.
Yeah, goody.
Story she told her family and her boyfriend, they believed her at first. For whatever reason, however she was acting, they didn't know any better. I truly believe that they believed her. Who wouldn't? It was right before she wound up at home that I started seeing some really, like I said, some of the tweets and other social media posts that started saying, wait, there's something more here. This kid doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. I'm seeing these posts, now everything that didn't make sense to me before is starting to be, I'm skeptically looking at it as opposed to believing it. And I'm starting to realize that this is not really making sense. And then I do a post, and I was kind of on the edge whether I should post it or not on TikTok because I didn't know, I kind of started believing that this was all fake. And so I started putting out those hints. And I woke up the next morning, and she had come home that night, like a few hours after I made that post. And I'm like, well, how did she get home? They're like, well, she just walked up to the house. And I'm like, that's it for me. Nope.
Okay. Look at the pause. And I paused here because I have a story to share with you all.
Oh my God, what a sourpuss.
I have to take a picture of that first. So I do have an article that I'm going to share with you because Betty knew that this was not true when she heard Carly had walked home after being dropped off by her kidnapper. I'm not going to read this whole story, but what I want you to know is that this does happen because it has happened. I'm sure it's happened more than this, but this is the case that I remember. And this link will be in the description after the live. This article was from 2018, but I believe, yes, she went missing in 2013. So Abby Hernandez was kidnapped. And I'm just going to read this little part here. Abby Hernandez was just 14 years old when she vanished without a trace while walking home from her school in North Conway, New Hampshire.
I remember that.
On October 9th, 2013. For 9 months, Abby's disappearance left her family, investigators, and the community mystified. The search for the teen was one of the largest in the state's history. Rumors and theories percolated through the northern New Hampshire town about what may have happened to the teen, who had just begun her freshman year at Kennett High School. And I'm just going to scroll down because this, you can read that. But what I want to... Oh, he's a scary dude.
Wow.
Okay. Ultimately, in July 2014, Kibbe released her out of fear that police were about to visit his home due to a counterfeiting investigation. So then I'm going to go. On July 20th, 2014, Kibbe drove Abby back to North Conway and released her near where he had abducted her 9 months earlier. She walked the remaining mile to her mother's home. So, Betty, before you talk shit, do some research because it does happen, because it has happened. Yes. And ultimately, this jerk was charged, and he did plead guilty to 7 felony counts, including kidnapping and assault.
Well, when I first heard that she had showed up back at home and, she had walked there, my first thought is, oh, wow, she escaped her kidnapper and ran home. That was my very first thought.
Mm-hmm.
Because it can happen.
Yep, and it has happened. And Betty says she does so much research. I would have sent her that article, but she's made it loud and clear for me not to contact her again, not to tag her, not to email her. Well, I haven't emailed her, but I have been tagging the hell out of her.
Send me that article. I'll send it to her.
Oh, okay.
I've got like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fake accounts. I'll send it to her. I don't care.
All right, yeah, I'll send it to you.
Okay, I'll be happy to. I don't care.
Yeah, that face, I know it. Yep, that's what I think the question, Brittany, is what is she not wearing?
Pants.
She's not wearing many clothes.
That was that noise. She's not wearing pants, and her sweaty legs made noise when she moved in that chair, and it sounded like a poot.
And that's what I'm thinking. It just seemed like, I feel like that's what it probably was because I didn't catch it the first time, but it's still funny to think that she...
If you all think Betty is not wearing pants, put a one
actually,
in the chat.
Let's do a poll.
Okay.
Let me go to YouTube.
I love polls. They're fun.
And actually, if you haven't, I'm going to end the... So I'm going to end... Well, where's the poll I did it before?
I don't know. There's no poll on the screen right now.
Oh, maybe when I lost connection, I bet you it
went away. Yeah.
So I'm going to do a new poll. And what was your question, Bash?
Is Betty wearing pants?
Is Betty wearing pants?
Just put yes or no.
Is Betty wearing pantalones? We'll use some Espanol. All right, there we go. There's the poll. Is Backfire Betty wearing pantalones? Sí or no? All right.
Oh, and this should be interesting.
We'll run that poll until we close up.
Okay.
Because I know a kidnapper ain't dropping you off a doorstep, first and foremost. And if you were anywhere else and got away, why are you not screaming down that road and begging somebody for help?
Because she's just trying to get home. Why would she be screaming? She would be just trying to get home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut because I'm going to get in trouble.
You just show up at your house. Nope. Anything out of her mouth at that point fell on deaf ears. And the only reason why I know this is because I did have experiences, and there ain't no damn way I was walking home.
Up. It's about her again, guys.
So she's had experiences
with being kidnapped
or alleging to be kidnapped. Oh, well, maybe she has. I haven't watched all of this, so she might tell us a story, y'all.
Oh, goody.
Ain't no damn way. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. And that made me angry. It was then that was it. And so I got frustrated and I made some videos and, kind of said my piece. I was fighting with everybody over there. I'm the biggest racist, whatever, because I'm a white woman talking. Yeah, I'm so sick of hearing that.
Is she trying to make the whole other situation about her now?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, because I don't remember seeing any comments about you being racist, Betty. I did see a video telling you to mind your own business.
Yeah, we saw that one pretty early on.
Mm-hmm.
Argument. If you want me to treat everybody equally, I treat everybody equally. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't really give a damn about.
You're full of shit too, Betty.
Wait a minute, Lindsay.
Full of shit.
Did you see what Lindsay wrote?
Who?
Lindsay says she didn't have pants on the other day when she ran to the kitchen. What?
I did not see that. Which live is it?
What?
Oh my God.
No.
Did she have on shorts or did her underwear show?
I wonder if it was probably one that she did about Rex, and I was like, I'm not even going to watch it because it's probably.
Yeah, I've not watched those about Rex.
Lindsay, you need to let us know when that was.
Yes.
What?
Whoa. Oh, I hope so. That's going to be a clip coming from both of us, probably.
Where you came from. I don't care what you
Uh-oh. Roboting again.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, yeah. The thing just came up on my screen. All right. So, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to wrap this up because
You sound okay right now. Try playing Betty again.
All right.
It's like it comes and goes.
And I'm going to cover you the exact same way I cover from one person to another. I promise you that. I promise
She's frozen.
And so I'm just like, how does...
Oh, she's frozen. Am I?
Yeah, I can hear her talking, but her movements are frozen.
All right, and I'm down. I can see like StreamYard is down. It's unstable again. So I'm going to wrap this up just because.
We can finish it tonight.
Yeah, I'll be live tonight. And there's, we can even listen to this last clip is, well, where did we? 30. Oh, yeah. So there's 10 more minutes because we didn't have time. So we'll close this up just because my internet is being annoying again. So, yeah.
Lindsay, if you would please contact me or Emmy, either one, about which live that was. That would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, yeah. She said she just had her knickers on.
I'm taking it as knickers being underwear.
I'm trying to. There was a live where she got up to go get paper or the affidavit or something from Brett Payne. And I feel like that was...
I remember her getting up to get something off the printer too, but I don't remember if she had pants on.
No, because I wouldn't have even looked to see if she had... Oh, my thing is back, but we're still going to end this because it's been 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting. All right, y'all. Any last words, Bash?
No, hopefully your internet straightens out and we can finish this up tonight. And yeah. I'm working on, it's only going to be like a 30-second little slideshow, but I have figured out who Betty really wants to be, and she's emulating one of this person's actions now. And wait till you see who it is.
Oh, there we go. Stifler's mom's got it. Her fart blew the internet apart. Yes, and Sofa King says, "Oh, does Amazon sell soundproof underpants for the gas bag, Betty?" That they probably do. Actually, they I don't know for underpants, but they do have. I've seen ads for like the underwear that mask the scent.
They need something to mask the sound, but if they did that, then we wouldn't have anything to make fart videos out of.
Oh, and before we go, let me just look at the poll quick. So the poll, and I
backfire Betty. That's hilarious.
88% said no, 12% said yes.
Well, we don't really know the answer to that because we didn't get to finish the video.
Right. But yes, and we're actually, instead of my normal, and if I robot, I apologize, but instead of my, oh, now my computer's acting up. All right, we're just gonna end this. I'll play the video later. I should be live. I think I have it set for 7. If I don't have it set for 7, it will be set for 7. So until next time, y'all, I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. I'm off to my parents, and I will see you on the flip side.